What is going on, guys? It's Chris back with Houseplant Therapy. Thanks for checking out the video. Please consider subscribing. Today's video, we're gonna do how to propagate the Cebu Pothos plant. This is an awesome plant. Let's get into it. So here is the plant itself, and this is a beautiful Cebu Pothos. It looks like a hot mess because it's just draping so much. That's why we have made the decision to propagate it. It was on a moss pole, but we have decided that we're gonna start from fresh with some cuttings on the moss pole and also in some cups. We're gonna walk you through this, guys. I guess let's get into how to propagate a Cebu Pothos plant. So step number one to propagating the Cebu Pothos is to figure out where you want to propagate it. And this plant is from the same genus family as the golden pothos, so it's extremely easy to propagate. All you have to do is find an internode, which is a place between the nodes themselves. Like these are the nodes right here. And all you have to do is figure out how long you want to have your cutting and then just chop in between it. And then you can figure out what type of medium or like soil or water you want to put the propagation into. And I don't know, would you say that the longer the cutting is, the better odds the cutting has of like propagating? Or is it going to attempt to propagate at multiple nodes like when you cut it?
You can lay it down.
Oh, okay.
And it can.
All right. So we're going to be using a couple of these cups. And so what type of mix is this, babe? Is it super dry?
Yeah, perlite, orchid bark, and organic potting soil.
Okay. How would you compare it to like cactus mix? Is it less dry than that? Or about the same, would you say?
I feel like they're about the same.
Oh, okay, so it's pretty dry.
Yeah.
Okay, and also you can propagate these in water. You can literally just drop them in water like the golden pothos. As you can see in this tank, we have tons of pothos. You can literally just drop them in water. And I have a ton of videos on how to put pothos in aquariums and water, etc. But yeah, I guess let's get to cutting these or propagating them. Where do you figure you want to cut them?
I'm gonna cut the long, leggy ones like this one.
Okay. So there's the cutting.
Which can be a lot of different cuttings if you separate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could literally just do in between the leaves themselves, in between the nodes here, and then just do like leaf propagations essentially, and have a ton of them if you're trying to like sell them or something. Are you trying to add multiple cuttings to like one cup or just?
Probably.
Oh, okay. How long have we had this plant, do you know? Like, did we buy the plant with this much growth, or is this
This all grew.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't really trailing.
Yeah, this is a super awesome plant because it's so easy to keep. I love it. So you're gonna get rid of the legginess?
Yeah, I'll probably honestly cut most of that.
Trim it up? Yeah, and when it's getting leggy like that, does that mean it's craving light? Or what would you say?
Yeah, light and something to grab onto.
Yeah, I've heard that people have good luck selling these plants as propagations too. You think we'll have any luck selling them if we were to sell some?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
For sure.
kind of a sexy plant, super easy to take care of too. So we figured out the clippings here on which ones we're gonna put in soil and which ones we're gonna put in water. These ones are going in water, babe.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little propagation rack. We're gonna put those in after, but first we're gonna do these soil ones. So what you're gonna wanna do is just fill up the cups with soil. It's really not rocket science. I guess what you wanna do is kind of be gentle with the stems. It's kind of like you kind of gotta be careful and just take your time. And like we said, this is a fast flowing, fast draining soil mix. There's a lot of perlite in there, orchid bark. How far would you say you want the stem under the soil?
I
Maybe
like
like
to
an
put
inch.
couple nodes.
Oh, you want the nodes in the soil.
That's
Okay.
where roots come out.
Okay. Let's zoom in to see if we can see where those nodes are. Okay. So that's what you would want in the soil.
So you probably cut off the last.
Cut back the leaf. Okay. So a couple inches in the soil. And I'll show you guys the propagation rack that we just set up here in the office. It's pretty sexy. If you guys follow the channel, you guys know that this has been a build for us. We did the DIY grow lights, and then we did the DIY plant shelf in the corner. I'm gonna go over here and turn on the light system because it's set on a timer, and I'm gonna turn it on for you guys here so you can see the grow lights. See, check them out. They're super bright. We have them on for about 8 hours a day. Here's a little propagation rack that we're gonna be putting in the plants. So we're gonna water these a lot, babe, or how often? Because that's kind of like where the mistakes happen, right? Is like, because it's tough to propagate from going from water to soil, but if you're going straight to soil,
I don't let them dry out.
you don't let them dry out.
No.
Okay. So how often would you guesstimate that to be as far as watering? Once every couple days, or?
Yeah, every few days.
Okay. Sorry, I'm asking like 100 questions. Maybe while you're doing that, I'll go fill some of the propagation things. So this is pretty simple. It's just a glass jar that we're gonna be filling here. I'm trying not to screw this up. Oh, it's so cute. All right, there's one. We'll do 2 of them. All right. So we have them all potted in the soil and they are ready to be watered. So she's gonna use a spray bottle here. It kind of helps with spraying these in these cups. And again, you can use any kind of cup you want. This is just our style.
And you can usually see.
Oh, okay. You like them because you can see the roots?
And how dry the soil is.
Oh, okay. So maybe a little hack. Maybe that helps. And we're probably just gonna put them on the shelf right here. We got a little spot here. These plants love lighting, and this shelf gets a decent amount of lighting, and I think they're gonna do great. So. There's no better feeling than propagating. So those are the propagations in soil for the Cebu Pothos. And now we are going to take the ones going in the water. I have 2 of the bottles filled. So go in here to our sexy plant room. And propagations, a lot of times, they take better to being in water. But what kind of sucks is when you have to transition them back to soil, sometimes that's tough. So a lot of times we just prefer to just go straight to soil. I think that looks so cute. That one's a little tall, huh? I think it'll do fine. So yeah, that's how you do water propagations. And you probably just want to make sure you get a node or 2 under the water, kind of submerged. Well guys, that about wraps up how to propagate a Cebu Pothos. We taught you how to do it in soil, we taught you how to do it in water. Super easy plant. You got to remember, you should have faith with this plant because it's from the same genus family as the golden pothos. So just picture it being a golden pothos. It's literally going to be that simple. Hit me up in the comment section. We want to hear from you guys. What's going on with your Cebu Pothos. Please subscribe and like the videos. We love you guys.